The burden of the world is set for Israel, said the Lord, which stretched forth the heavens and laid the foundation of the earth, and formed the spirit of man within him. Mm-mm-mm. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling into all the people rolled about, when they shall be in the siege both against Judah and against Jerusalem. And in that day I will make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people, all that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, to all people of the earth be gathered together against it. And that day, said the Lord, I will smite every horse with an anointment, and his rider with madness, and I will open my eyes into upon the house of Judah, and will smite every horse of the people with blindness. And the governors of Judah shall say in their heart, and the inhabitants of Israel shall be my strength in the Lord, of hosts is their God. And that day will I make the governors of Judah like an here of fire among the wool, like a torch, fire, and a staff. They should devour all the people right about on the right hand, on the left. It should be in hand, did it again in her own place, even in Jerusalem. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David, that the glory of the habitation of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. And that they should the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. He that is fumble among them, as that they shall be as Dave. The house of Dave shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them. It shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all nations and come against Israel. I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitations of Israel the spirit of grace and of supplication. And they shall look upon me with they have peace, and they shall mourn for him, and one mourn for his only son. Should be bitterness for him, and one that is bitterness for his firstborn. And that shall there be great mourning in Jerusalem, as the mourning of Hadalam, Ramam, valley of Margadon, and the land of all mourn, every family apart, family of the house of Dave apart, and their wives apart, for the family of so Nathan apart, and their wives apart. The family, the house of Levi apart, and their wives apart, the family of Shimal apart, and their wives apart. All the families that remain, every family apart, and their wives apart. And that day shall be a fountain open to the horses of David, to the abomination of Israel for sin and for uncleanness. It shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord of hosts. I will cut off the names, or they shall no more be remembered. Also I will cast the prophets and the unclean spirit to pass out of them. It shall come to pass that when they shall yet prophesy, then his mother though began, and shall say unto him, thou shall not live, for thou speakest lies in the name of the Lord. Father and his mother that began him shall trust him through when he prophesied. Shall come to pass in that day that the prophets shall be ashamed, everyone of his vision when he has prophesied neither. And they wear a rough garment to deceive. He shall say, I am no prophet, I am husband. For man taught me to keep cattle for my youth. One shall say unto him, there are those wombs and those hands, and then shall answer, those with which I was wounded in the house of my loins. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that my fellow, said the Lord of hosts. Smite the shepherd, the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn my hand upon the little ones. It shall come to pass that all lands, said the Lord, shall two parts there, and shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left there. I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as a silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. Shall call on my name, and I will hear them, I will say it, my people, they shall. The Lord is my God. Well, the day of the Lord come, and their spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Israel unto battle, and the city shall be taken, and the house of Renfro, and the woman ravaged, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the remnants of the people shall be cut off from the city. And them should the Lord go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of battle. His feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem. On the east, and the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst of therefore towards the east, towards the west, and there shall be a very great valley. Half of the mountain shall remove towards the north, and half of it towards the south. Ye shall flee to the valley of the mountain. For valley of the mountain shall reach to Azekah. Sure ye shall feel freely like, and ye feel them. For the earthquake and the days of Israel king of Judah. And the Lord my God shall come, all the saints with thee shall come to pass in that day, that the light shall not be clear nor dark, but shall be one day, which shall be known the Lord, not day nor night. But shall come to pass that evening time shall be light. It shall be that day, the living waters that shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them towards the former sea, half of them towards the hinder sea, and summer and winter shall be. The Lord shall be king over all the earth, and all shall there be one Lord in his name. All the land shall be turned in a plain from Judah and Rabbah, south of Jerusalem, and it shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place from Bibingens into place of the first gate, unto Connor's gate, and from the towers of Hananah into the king's winepress. Man should dwell in and bear, there should be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem should be satisfied and inhabited. Should be played wherewith the Lord will spite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem in their flesh, and shall consume away while they stand. Their feet there shall consume away their holes in their tongue, and shall consume away in their mouth. And it shall come to pass that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them. They shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. And Judah also shall fight Jerusalem. The wealth all heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold, silver, and pearl, and great abundance. So shall be the pledge of the house of the mall, and the cow, and the ass, and all the pieces that shall be in those tents. All this pledge. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of nations became against Jerusalem should even go up from year to year to worship the King of the Lord of hosts, and to keep the feast of turbulence. It shall be that whoso will not come of all families of the earth, to the earth and to Jerusalem, the worship the King of the Lord of hosts, even upon them should be no right. If the family of Egypt go not up, and came not, that have no rain, that should be the pledge wherewith the Lord will spite thee. The heathen that come not up to keep the feast of us, said the punishment of Egypt, the punishment of all nations, come not up to keep the feast of turbulence, and that day shall be upon the bells of the horses. Holiness unto the Lord. The parts in the Lord's house should be like bull before the Lord. Yea, every part of Jerusalem and Judah should be holiness unto the Lord of hosts. Although they sacrifice shall come, take them, and see therein. In that day there should be no more than the covenant in the house of the Lord of hosts.